What's up, everybody? This is your favorite homeboy, Edward here, and today I want to ask you a question. Are you stuck in a rut? Are you stuck at home? Probably so. Your kid's stuck on their screen, and every time you want to go out, there's social restrictions. You got to wear a mask, you can only do takeout, you got to stand 6 feet away, you can't shake hands, can't hug. Well, if you feel that way, it's really normal. Restrictions are everywhere, and everyone's feeling the same way. But I want to encourage you that you don't have to be in that rut, and you can make decisions that can change your future. You can change and get out of that rut. Today, I want to inspire you with this video and share with you what my family's doing to get out of the rut. So stay tuned for the rest of this video, and you're going to hear some really exciting things with what we're going to be doing with this channel. So growing up, I've always had this idea of education as being something where, you get good grades in high school, you go to college, get a good job. I mean, college was kind of the paradigm that all young Asian kids had, right? You had to go to college. And I kind of grew up with that. But as I grew up and got a family, I started thinking about, is this something I really want for my kids? That basically college is already a given, that it's already assumed that you're going to do that. Long story short, my wife and I decided that rather than invest money and savings into college, we wanted to make sure they had the best education in their K through 12 years. So what we did is we decided to spend the money, instead of investing it for college, on those years. So we put them through classical Christian education, private school, and these were great schools that were close to us, that we knew some of the families that were attending these schools, and our kids, we felt like they got a great education. So that was our paradigm, right? That was what we felt was great for our kids. Well, fast forward a few years, now my kids are going into 11th, 9th, and 7th grade. And just last year, we just made the decision to pull our two oldest kids out of private school. And that was a big decision for us because the whole time we were thinking we're going to make sure they have a great K through 12 education. And now we're changing things up. So we decided to pull both older kids out of school to homeschool them so we could teach them soft skills and things that we felt that they can learn at home, and just to spend more time with them too, because they're growing up fast. So we just felt like we needed to take a pause. But then this whole pandemic thing happened, and things were up in the air. Even school was up in the air, like how's school going to look like? And we decided, we were already 2/3 of the way there. Why don't we just go all in and pull Sabrina, our youngest, out of school too? So we made the decision to pull all of our kids out of school. We didn't just pull them out of school, but we also pulled them out of the homeschool co-ops and decided that if we're going to have them at home, we might as well have ultimate freedom and choose a curriculum that they can be doing on the computer and on their own schedule. We wouldn't have to have any commitments outside of that. We wouldn't have to have a commitment to a co-op or to an extracurricular. So we would have maximum freedom. And so why am I telling you all this? Why am I telling you about school when we're talking about getting out of a rut? Well, when this whole pandemic thing happened, we were in a rut. We were at home, kids were always on their screens. I didn't experience anything different. Good morning, everybody. This is your favorite homeboy, and we're at church. The big exciting thing for the month was we'd go out and get boba tea takeout, and we'd be like decked out in nuclear gear, mask, little air purifier, gloves. That was like our exciting thing of the month. So life at home was getting a little bit in a rut for the kids, and it started to rub off on us. So we had these two kids pulled out, and we're like, you know what? Let's just pull a third one out, and let's have maximum time to do something. Let's do something. That was a big decision for us because, in our mind, the paradigm was K through 12 private school, no questions asked, they'll be set. Whatever they do afterwards, that's on them. But this really was a break in our traditional thinking. So here we are, we're in a rut, we have maximum freedom, we made a decision to pull the kids out. What are we going to do now with this time? And so we thought about that, and we're like, well, what do we really enjoy as a family? We know we really enjoy traveling. And 2 years ago, the kids started getting into skiing. So we knew that one of the rare family activities where everybody, kids and adults, could do together and really enjoyed it was skiing, snowboarding, winter sports. So we made the decision to say, well, why don't we get one of those ski passes where you can go to, unlimited ski resorts all across the nation. We did the Icon Pass. And let's get the Icon Pass, let's look up all the resorts and let's hit them all up. I mean, we have all this freedom, we have all this time. Why not go to school on the road? I can work from home, work on the road, and let's do this. So we decided to make this ultimate adventure, road trip, if you will. We're gonna call it the Great American Road Trip. And we're gonna spend 120 days on the road. And we're gonna break it up into chunks. So we're gonna have 30 days of road trip in August. No winter sports there, but it'll just be fun travel. We're gonna do a 30-day trip in the winter. And then we're gonna do a 60-day cross-country trip in early spring. And those last two trips, the 30 and the 60-day trip, we're gonna just be hitting up resorts and ski slopes all across the nation. It's gonna be an awesome time. So we've decided to go all in with this maximum flexibility thing so that we can travel and we can make memories and we can get out of our rut. And so of course, naturally, this is gonna create a new playlist for the YouTube channel called Great American Road Trip. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But first, let me tell you a little story I read this morning about a bird. It's a parable about how the bird was made. And it's not real, probably, but so the story goes like this. The birds were actually made without wings. And so God made the bird without wings. One day he said to the bird, hey birdie, I got some wings for you and I want you to put them on your back. And the bird's like, what the heck is this? It's heavy, I'm not used to it. But eventually, after getting used to it, the bird begrudgingly went through life with the wings on the bird's back and started getting used to the wings. The wings eventually attached to the bird. And as the bird just started getting more comfortable with the wings, eventually started using the wings and was flying with the wings. And so the weight became wings. And so your rut, it probably carries with it a lot of weight, right? The weight of boredom, the weight of just anxiety, the weight of, I don't know what it is, but just wanting to do something different, wanting to do something that, wishing you can change, but you can't. But the reality is you can turn your weight into wings, just like the bird. It might take sacrifice. It might take a paradigm shift. Like for us, it was a paradigm shift in how we would do education. It might take just rethinking work. Do you really need to work this job? Do you both need to work? Could you be pursuing something totally different that you never thought was possible? Well, guess what? You can make those decisions, just a matter of weighing the cost-benefit, that cost-benefit analysis. And if the benefit is good enough, just do it. It might involve sacrifice. It might involve changing a paradigm and rethinking something. Just like for us, it was changing the way we did school and pulling the kids out and taking a risk there. But just to let the schools kind of figure things out first, and just so that we can, as a family, regroup and focus on a few things on our family and build memories and do some cool things. So whatever it is, weigh that cost-benefit analysis. And if it's worth it, just go for it. Just do it. So get out of that rut and do something cool. Do something different. You have the power to do that. Turn your weight into wings. And if you're interested in this Great American Road Trip playlist, it's going to be so exciting and so fun to present that to you. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. We're going to be going to all these different places. You want to see food reviews? You want to see real estate agents interviewed in the different areas? You want to compare rentals in different states? Do you want to just see us goof around and have a good time? That's great too. That's what we're going to do on this Great American Road Trip playlist. So before I go, let me tell you a quick itinerary. The first trip is going to be through Nashville, and then we're going to head to Austin, my old stomping grounds, check out how things are going there with the Mars Hill team, pay a visit to my brother. Then we're going to head to Pensacola, and then we're going to have a company retreat in the Smoky Mountains where all the Mars Hill team is going to get together. We're going to finish the trip in North Carolina in the mountains before we head back. If you're a robber, before you have any ideas, I have a house sitter staying in the house watching my birds, so don't even think about it. All right, so if you liked the video, give me a big thumbs up, and please comment below on what you want to see on this trip, this Great American Road Trip, because I'm really excited to present that to you. All right, this is your favorite homeboy. Remember, get out of your rut, signing out.